another reality. The sky over Fiore darkens, not with storm clouds, but with fear. In this world, Erosa Scarlet, once the indomitable heart of fairy tale, is not its protector. She is its nightmare. Her armor gleams not with hope, but with menace. Her eyes, once filled with resolve, now burn with a cold fire. Welcome to a world where Erza chose power over people, vengeance over virtue. It began with betrayal. In this timeline, Jalal never found redemption. Instead, he used Erza, manipulating her trust until she was broken beyond repair. When the Tower of Heaven crumbled, so did her faith in others, in the guild, in justice. No one came for her, not Natsu, not Grey, not even Master Makarov. Left in the debris, surrounded by whispers of abandonment, Erza's heart hardened like the armor she once wore for others. She vanished, and when she returned, it was not as a friend. Erza re-emerged, not from the shadows, but from fire. No longer clad in the celestial armor of light, but something far more sinister. A corrupted version of her re-equipped magic, known only as the Black Re-equip, allowed her to summon weapons cursed with the souls of fallen warriors. Each blade she wielded whispered vengeance, and each strike reminded the world that Erosa Scarlet was no longer the same. Her targets? Corrupt kings, twisted councils, and eventually those she once called family. Magnolia had grown peaceful in her absence. Fairy tale thrived, rebuilt, and hoped she might one day return. But the Erza who arrived was no savior. She walked through the city gates alone, her shadow swallowing the cobblestone streets. Natsu ran to her with a smile and was met with a blade to the throat. Grey intervened, Wendy pleaded, but Erza's fury was absolute. She wasn't there to talk, she was there to burn the past. Fairy tale, in her eyes, had become weak, sentimental, and she would be its reckoning. As the guild scrambled to protect itself, a blood moon rose over Fiore. Erza's power seemed to swell with it, her re-equipped abilities enhanced by an ancient artifact once hidden beneath the Tower of Heaven, the Crimson Core. Infused with dark celestial magic, it allowed her to manipulate not just armor, but the battlefield itself. Walls turned to blades, shadows obeyed her commands. She faced off against the entire guild and emerged unscathed, standing alone amidst the flames and rubble. But she didn't destroy them, not yet. She wanted them to suffer, to feel powerless, as she once did. Desperate, Lucy sought out an ancient spell buried deep within the celestial archives, a forbidden technique that could reach across timelines. Her hope? To contact the version of Erza who never turned evil. With Aquarius' key and the help of the Spirit King, she opened a temporal rift. But instead of calling for help, something else seeped through. A memory, a vision of the Erza who loved her friends, who protected the innocent, who cried for the weak. And in that moment, Lucy knew she couldn't save Erza alone, but maybe Erza could save herself. Wounded but unbroken, Natsu returned for one final confrontation, not to fight, but to remind Erza of who she truly was. as flames clashed with darkness beneath the eclipsed sky. Natsu dropped his fist and opened his heart. He spoke of the first time they met, of missions conquered, of laughter shared. He told her she was never abandoned, that they mourned her, searched for her, believed in her, and for the briefest second, her blade trembled. But the vengeance is a deep poison, and Erza wasn't ready to let go. As the temporal magic destabilized, a second rift opened. This one forged by Erza herself. Fueled by the crimson core, she planned to rewrite history, to erase every betrayal her began. But the cost? It would consume her completely. Erza stood on the edge of power and annihilation. Behind her, Lucy cried out. Ahead of her, the rift pulsed with the chance to undo it all. But as she looked into it, she saw not just her pain, but everyone else's. The friends who still stood, despite what she'd done. The family she once had. In the silence of that moment, Erza turned her gaze skyward. The flames around her dimmed. Her armor cracked. She dropped her sword. For the first time in years, Erza cried, not out of rage, but of release. She stepped away from the rift and collapsed in Lucy's arms. The crimson core shattered. The re-equipped magic that had twisted her dissolved into ashes. She was still feared, still hated by many, but she had chosen redemption, however long the road ahead might be. The world would never forget the destruction she caused. Towns reduced to rubble, friendships burned, trust fractured. But Erza didn't ask for forgiveness. She earned it. Day by day, mission by mission, Fairy Tale welcomed her back, not with cheers, but with quiet understanding. And though the scars she left behind would take time to heal, one truth remained. Even in the darkest timelines, light can still find a way back. Because even villains can choose to change. And in this world, Erosa Scarlet chose to fight, not for vengeance, but for redemption. Thanks for watching this What If journey. If you enjoyed seeing a darker twist on Erosa's story, leave a like and comment your favourite moment. Or who should we explore next? Don't forget to subscribe for more epic alternate timelines and anime reimaginings. Until the next time, keep imagining.